of Clan Butt Toucher. I'm also go by Insect Logic and Oliver Digits in certain games. Today, I'm going to try and stop saying so much, and we're going to do a mod tutorial for Warframe because I get new clanmates and new players asking all the time about mods, or don't even know about mods when they first play the game because it's not included in the game tutorial. That's up here. So we're going to go over mods and how to use them, how to upgrade them. Alright, first of all we're going to go to Arsenal. Assuming you run some missions, your mod tab is over here, which shows how many mods that you have. And I have 32 duplicates. I think that's about 4 or 5 runs for me, 4 or 5 missions. And let's see here. I was going to go through and discuss it with a new frame. I just got Rhino, as you can see, is unranked. I just made that. Whoops. So I'll equip that so we can go through this for the demo. Made him green so he can Hulk out. This is the clan logo here on that shoulder. This is a badge for the founders event badge. It's under appearance, clan emblem, event badge. And those are the different, I believe you get all these from the founders if you donate to founders. I'm not sure if the disciple you get, if everyone gets that or not. And I don't have a Sandana, which is a scarf, because they don't animate well on the Rhino. He's got this hunchback like thing, and it kind of goes under, so it doesn't look too good. Let's see here. So we were going to look at mods and equipping mods. Basically, that's under equip. No, it's not under equip. It's under upgrade. You highlight what you want to work on, and then it pops up a little equip, upgrade, or appearance here. Appearance changes the colors and the glow. Upgrade is for mod slots, and equip if you want to change out a different item into one of these slots. So we'll go to upgrade, and as you can see I have some slotted. This button will let you go to alternate loadouts, A, B, or C. And I load up B for this demo. This one out to the side here is called an aura slot. If you have an aura mod card, you can slot it there. The rest of yours go in these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 slots here. If you have an Oracan reactor, you can upgrade it and gives you more points to slot with. So right now my mod capacity is 0 because it is unranked, which means I can't put any mods in there at all. However, if you get an aura card, an aura mod, it will give you additional slots initially. And I have 2 aura cards that I got from alerts, which are like random events. You complete the mission for that alert and you get the prize. And the prizes vary. So I got Shotgun Scavenger. That's a new one I got. I currently don't use shotgun, so I haven't leveled it up. And then the other one I have is Rifle Scavenger. Shotgun Scavenger increases shotgun ammo recovery plus 25% ammo pickup. The aura cards apply to everyone in the group. So if I were to equip that, me and everyone in my group, shotgun ammo would increase 25% drop rate out of boxes and out of off creatures that we kill. I'm not. Where is my shotgun? These are not in alphabetical order, are they? I mean, rifle. Rifle, maybe they are. Okay, rifle scavenger. I have leveled up. These little slots on the side allow you to increase the level of the individual mod. So if it's black or blank, this one has not been upgraded at all. This one's been upgraded 4 times, and it's got one more that it can go. Every time you upgrade it, it'll increase, you see this description down here at the bottom, it'll increase the stats, so the bonus that the mod gives you. Let's see if I have a duplicate over here somewhere. Okay, lightning rod. I have 2 lightning rods. This is a default mod that you get dropped. As you can see, it's just plus 2% electric resistance. This other one that I picked up, I've increased 3 pips, I guess. On here I'm going to call them pips. And now it's plus 8% electric resistance. I believe it goes up 2% each time. Alright, so, oops, back to here. This is my first video tutorial. As you can tell, I'm not very good at it. Remove all. So, as you can see, I got 0 mod capacity over here, which is like the total amount I can slot of points. These upper right hand corner numbers are the points. That'll come off that number, and then this right here, this bar, will tell me how many points I have free. So if I go ahead and slot an aura, it'll give me additional mod capacity. That was rifle, and of course they're in alphabetical order, where they were. Rifle scavenger, threw it at the bottom. So as I slot this 0 is going to increase, and this number is going to increase because the aura is going to give me additional slots. So see this little up arrow 5 here. It gave me 5 extra slots that I can use. And because I leveled this up, instead of only like 25% ammo pickup rate, it gives everyone in the group plus 150% on rifle ammo. And let's see here, I'm going to actually, I do not have an Orkin reactor put in there yet, but I'll show you what that does in a minute. I'm going to apply this and then go back over here. Okay, this number is, or this line is red because it does not match the polarity. Polarity is these little symbols here. If the polarity matches, this symbol matches the symbol of the card, that slot is only half cost, or half as many points to slot it. If it's blank, it's face value. If there's no polarity on the slot, you can put anything there. It won't be discounted or increased. It'll just be face value, whatever this number is in the upper right hand corner. As you upgrade mods, that number, this number increases in the upper right hand corner. See, unmodified lightning rod costs 4 points to slot it. Upgraded 3 times, it costs 7 points, so I added 3 to that number. Rarity of the card often determines its starting number, or starting point cost. Okay, and I do not have a V polarity or a card to slot in there. Most of them are these dash ones that are stands for tactics or miscellaneous. These little double dashes, these are your powers that your Warframe suit can use. And there's up to 4 per suit. So for the Rhino, Rhino Charge, Iron Skin, Roar, and Rhino Stomp are his powers. And if you match polarity, it's half cost. If it doesn't match polarity, so if I were to slot something that didn't have this little corner tab symbol in there, it would cost more. I believe it's like about 50% more than the number. So if I were to put a 6 there, it costs like 7 or 8 or something like that if it didn't match. Alright, so I am going to put, or actually I'm going to go back to A, and this is what I have slotted so far. Give him Rhino Charge and Iron Skin. And I still have 1 point to go, and as you can see, I've updated Rhino Charge. So if I had another 2 of this slash, I could slot it because it's only going to cost me 1, or if I had a 2 of one of these symbols, it would only cost me 1. I have 1 slot. I do have enough to upgrade one of these. Actually, probably twice. So, let's go to our mods. If from that screen, if I go to here, this is my installed. So I only have 3 mods installed. Let's say I want to upgrade this one. So I select it. To upgrade a mod, you're going to click on Fusion. And then the most basic way to upgrade a mod is with a Fusion core. I have 75. They have different ranks and rarities. The higher the rank, this one's common 3, that one's uncommon 5, uncommon 4. The higher the rarity and number, the more it'll upgrade that, and also the more credits it'll cost you to upgrade the mod. So I'm going to fuse it with this one, and this bar, it goes up to the next level until you, if it goes above that bar, then it'll add another pip that shows that it's leveled. So, and it won't let me actually do that one, which is weird. So I can't do Iron Skin, but maybe I can do Rhino Charge. And as you can see, I've already modded it. I got it 1 point. Additional points increase the strength of the power. Sometimes the area effect of the occupy, sometimes the damage, or the overall effect. The more you increase it. So let's see if I can mod this one. Oh, there we go. If I were to fuse it with that, it gives me another pip, and then it gives me a little bit more towards my next fusion that I can do on this. So I'm going to apply this fusion there, and I still got 1 point because it's still having that value. If I take this off, it's 4 points still, so it's only costing me 2 out of those 3. And that's to go 1 point free, which I will probably need to level up this guy before I can increase it again. I can try increasing it right now. I'm going to go to my installed on this and select it. because I can get this actually up to 6 value before it'll be too much to put on this frame as is. So I'm going to click Fusion, and it's going to increase that number. I'm using my common ones up first because the more, yeah, that would exceed the capacity. So I'm just going to bump it up to there. That cost me 1,500 credits to do that. And let's get a, well, I was going to say let's get a reactor, but I need to rank this to show it's only got 0 capacity. So if I got this to rank 1, I'd have 1 capacity, so it'd add another 1 to here and put that at 2. If you get an Orokin reactor slotted in your Warframe, it doubles this capacity number. Currently, you can get your Warframes up to rank 30 or level 30, and so that gives you 30 points. If you get the reactor, that gives it a total of 60 points. And then, of course, with the rifle scavenger, it would give me 5 points, so I could go up to 65 points as we are. Once you get your Warframe up to 30, this one has a reactor, and it's 30, so I double that out of 60 mod capacity. I've used formas to upgrade this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, which gives the ability to polarize additional slots, and so that helps you slot more mods in. You can also, in addition to adding polarity to a slot, you can take an existing slot and change its polarity. As you can see, this aura slot over here was one of these V's, and I changed it to the little minus symbol here, and then so that gave me an additional 14 slots instead of 5 for my mods. And as you can see, I still got room to upgrade some of these guys. I got a red one here, so if I were to format that, I'd change this to a dash, and then I get even more points. But I don't really think I need to format it for a while because I got plenty of points to work with. Okay, so that is, and then here's where you actually, once it gets up to 30, it'll give you this polarize option, and then you can click it and select what you want to change the polarization or add a polarization to. And then that'll drop it back down to unranked again, and then you have to like level it back up to 30 again before you can use forma on it again. And the forma you can either buy off the market if you have real money to buy platinum. It's a popular item, only costs 20 plat. Or you also get it running tower missions, or they have login rewards that pop up randomly, and you can get forma that way. Okay, now I'm gonna, I showed you how to upgrade a mod using fusion cores. Now I'm going to show you how to do it using duplicates. So each of these tabs up here will do a different category of mod. I have 2 aura mods. I have 72 cores. This symbol is my sentinel. Melee, secondary weapon, your primary weapon, your Warframe, and then this one is installed. Install goes by whatever I clicked over here last. So if I click on like melee mods, if I click install, it'll show me what's installed on that melee weapon. And this is handy if you want to upgrade and you don't want to go through all your duplicates. You just want to grab one of these to upgrade. So, I'm going to show you how to upgrade with duplicates. Go to mods. Let's see here, I'll go through my sentinels. I have a lot of the sentinel stuff already maxed out, so we have a lot of duplicates. I have ghosts. You can also sort them. You sort by recent. Whatever you last picked up will show up last, so oldest to newest. I usually just go by name, because that way they're all side by side with the duplicates. So let's see here. I have redirection here. I got 3 opens availability to upgrade it. And so first of all, in order to upgrade one, you want to click on the one you want to upgrade first, and then the ones that you want to combine it with. So I'm going to click this one, and then I'm going to click on that. Oh, you got to click on that first, and then hit fusion, because I'm going to fuse it with these to upgrade it. Take this one, that copy, that duplicate, that duplicate, that duplicate, and it knocks it up a little bit every time. And this is usually, doing it this way is a little bit cheaper usually than the fusion cores, and so that got rid of quite a bit of duplicates. And then you can also, and the amount that'll go up depends on the rarity of the card that you're fusing it with as well. Another thing on here is transmutation. If you have like 4 of cards that you would normally sell, you can transmute them, which will take 4 cards. You select 4 cards. They don't have to be all the same. In fact, the more rare the cards are, the higher the chance that you'll get a rare card in return. So if you basically transmutation, you take 4 cards, it fuses them into one random card, and hopefully rarer than what you put into it. Usually not all the case. Currently, transmutation, it costs a lot to transmute. See, 12,000. And you usually get stuff you already have. It's usually not very cost effective. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this to show you, demonstrate it. So it gave me a vitality card for the Warframe, which isn't that bad. I already have like a bunch of these. I can use that to upgrade my current vitality, which will increase health or hit points. Alright, and then you can also sell duplicates. I do that a lot rather than fusing them. They'll give you credits depending on how rare they are. This little symbol in the corner means that you have it slotted on something. So if you tried to sell it, spare parts currently installed, or you want to sell it, I want to keep that. As you can see, I have a duplicate. There's some bug right now where if you pick up another spare parts, it comes like automatically upgraded, and it should be empty like that. I'm not complaining, because if I sell it, it's 1,200 instead of 200 or 300 or whatever uncommon is. So I have a duplicate there. I'm going to go ahead and sell that. I have duplicate ghosts. I already have my ghost upgraded. I'm just going to fuse it with redirection. There's a tip down here, hold control while clicking on cards to select multiple cards to sell at once. It doesn't always work. Sometimes you have to keep selecting. If I hold down control before I select, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Also, under the transmute, it'll basically pull up everything that hasn't been upgraded. So if you want to help protect um, yourself from transmuting stuff you don't want to, you should um, upgrade those cards. So put an extra pip on it that'll keep you from transmuting something that you're not currently using. That's under mods. That's under Sentinel. So I want to take this one. I probably should have used some of those duplicates to fuse it with, but I'm going to use a fusion core to put another pip on there, so it only took me that little common. And now if I go under, can I transmute cores? Cannot transmute cores. So now if I go under here, it actually does show that one. I guess because, I don't know why. Usually doesn't show it if it's got a pip on it. Let's see, yeah, see those don't have any pips. Okay, so I'm under melee. Sometimes it's difficult to find duplicates. They're working on a new system, hopefully for update 11. We're currently on update 10 as of this tutorial. They're working on a ribbon system to link duplicates so they're easier to find, which would be handy. A lot of times finding duplicates, it's easier if you go on the little categories to find them, or you can do all to list all of them and then go through and find your duplicates. Let's see here, what do we got? So I have Decoy. I do not have a Loki. I already got that one upgraded a little bit in case I do get a Loki eventually. So I'm going to sell that duplicate. Could always use the credits. Fast hands, I already have it maxed out, so I can sell those. And let's see here. Don't see all them fusion cores. Look at them. I have heating charge already maxed out. I can sell the one that's not upgraded. And let's see here. Lightning rod. I don't have fully upgraded yet, so I'm going to fuse it with that one, and that'll bump it up a notch there and increase the strength of it. So now it's it was originally 8% electric resistance. The unmodded was 2%. Now it gave me an extra 2%, so it's 10% electric resistance if I were to slot it. I don't normally slot elemental resistances on my Warframes. I usually go for like a little more like tanking and to increase the powers, the strength of the powers. It's usually how I do my builds. Okay, next one, Marathon. I don't have a duplicate and I don't have that one upgraded, but I kind of want to fuse it so that it sticks out as far as duplicates and transmutations go. Also, if you sell some, it'll create an empty spot. If you click on another tab, come back, it'll reorder these. It will get rid of that slot. So fast hands, I had one in front of it, one after it, and as you can see, it's back over there. So sometimes to find duplicates under the current system before they implement the ribbon system is to go back in and resort over here to find the duplicates. So I'm back down to 11 duplicates now. Marathon I was just at. I added a pip to it. Melee channel, I'd like to add a pip to that one too. later. As you can see, these little symbols here means it's slotted on something, and in fact, mousing over it shows me what it's slotted on. I have that on my Cronus, and I have that on Rhino. That one I have on Soma. Weapons I don't use, I usually unslot everything, because if you increase mods enough so that the points change and it can't be slotted on the weapon, you'll get an error message over here, so you have to go back and equip it, remove the mods, come back over here and then upgrade it. And so it's just easier to remove all mods on weapons that you're not actively using, and then just slot them again later. Okay, so Marathon was the last one I was looking at. Point blank. I have a duplicate there, and I have one pip empty open on here. Select this one, Fusion. On the one that's already upgraded, you'll want to do as your Fusion. Not exactly sure what will happen if I select this one and fuse it with that one. I don't really want to find out, to be honest. So I'm going to fuse it with those, which will increase that bar a little bit. It's going to cost me 1,200 credits to do it. If I were to upgrade it that amount with a fusion core, I think it costs it's usually probably around double. It's a little more expensive with the fusion cores, so I try and match them with duplicates where I can. Okay, and I have a bonus quick draw. I already have this one already maxed out, so I can sell it. Reach, I have that one maxed. I have a duplicate here, sell that. Redirection, there's two different kinds. There's one for the Sentinel, one for your Warframe. Because I have it in alphabetical order by name, sometimes they'll be mixed up, so you'll need to look out for that. Like I may have this Sentinel here, and then I'll have my duplicate for the Sentinel there, kind of thing. Let's see here. 7 duplicates left to find. I'm not always good at finding all of them. Slip magazine over here. I already have that maxed out. Sell the duplicate. Speed trigger, as you can see, I got all these speed triggers in front. This one's maxed out, so I can sell my duplicates. I'm going to try hitting control, and as you can see, unselected that one, unselected that one, even though I'm holding down control. Even though it says hold down control, select. Hold down control while clicking on guards to select multiple guards all at once. Don't always work. Sometimes you have to try it several times. And then that'll give me 2,000 to sell those 4 cards. So 500 a piece, because they're uncommon instead of common. Alright, and as you can see, it's got gaps here. If I click on this, go back, the gaps are now gone. And sometimes when you go to the next row, getting rid of those gaps will help you find the additional duplicates. So I have 2 duplicates left. I was down here in the R's, or the S's. Oh yeah, Slip Magazine was the last one I did. Or Speed Trigger was the last one I did. As you can see, there's 2 different dual fibers. There's one for Sentinel and one for the Warframe. Currently, Sentinels don't have armor values, or the armor values are not displaying. They're working on an upgrade called Armor 2.0, which is more like Damage 2.0, which will redo how armor and damage is handled in the game. The devs over at DE are discussing how much of a change, whether it's going to be a complete overhaul or whether it's just going to be little tweaks here and there to it. So right now there aren't any armored sentinels. This card's kind of useless. I've upgraded just because I kept getting duplicates, so I have it installed on my shade and my carrier sentinel. Either they'll add armor to the existing sentinels, or further on down the road they'll add sentinels that actually do have armor. Who knows? And then that card may be useful eventually. Where were we looking for more duplicates? Okay, as you can see, I have Vitality here for Warframe, Vitality here for Sentinel, and Warframe over here. It's not right next to each other. It's because I have it sorted by name, and they have the same name. They're just different, apply to different items. So I'm going to fuse this with this. That's going to go up a little bit, tiny bit. It cost me 300 credits. It lagged a little bit, but it finally went through. Got one more duplicate somewhere, which is Well of Life. I do not have a Trinity yet, so I'm not going to worry about upgrading this any more than it is until I do get a Trinity that I can slot it to. So, no more duplicates in my mod collection, and that's how you upgrade mods. That's how you get rid of duplicates currently until they get the ribbon system in there. Let's see here. Here's Sweeper. On here, I have it at 30. I don't have it formatted. I got 4 slots still on it. Or I haven't polarized it. On the weapons for the Sentinels, you don't really have to worry about ammo capacity, so I'm not using any of my ammo modifications. Except maybe clip size may affect it, because like on the laser rifle, it's got like 15 shots per quote-unquote clip, according to the wiki, so it'll give it a slight pause before it starts firing again. So maybe that additional clip capacity, if you do slot it in there, maybe that'll minimize that pause between shots. Oh, and I got my carrier up to 30, nice. And as you can see, there aren't, like, Sentinels are fairly recent addition to the game, so there aren't a whole lot of mods available. If I pick one up, I can get rid of this current steel fiber. As you can see, plus 40% armor, armor 0, 0 plus 40% of 0 is still 0. And currently none of the other Sentinels have armor values currently. I leveled up my hate. I haven't added additional stuff to it because I wanted to go through this tutorial and go through my duplicates. It is level 17. I have a working, is it called a catalyst or reactor on weapons? I think it's called a catalyst for weapons and a reactor for Warframes. May have got that backwards. I'm kind of new to the game, so don't hate me too much for that. And in the parlance of the game, those are the Oricon reactors and catalysts. They call them potatoes, which I guess started as an in-joke among the development team or among the players, and it just kind of stuck. So, like the verb is, I'm going to go potato my weapon, or I'm going to potato my Warframe, potato my Excal, which is Excalibur, kind of thing. So when they say they're going to potato something, that's what they mean. They're adding that catalyst is going to double their mod capacity for that item. Normally this would be 17 points because I have that on there. It doubles it to 34 points. And this hate, because it hasn't been, I haven't used a format on it to polarize it. It's got no polarity slots to bring these numbers down. It would be blue in that upper right corner if it was polarized. I got my sear polarized a couple times. That slot and that slot is seen as blue. If I were to slot something that did not match that polarity in there, it would turn red and it would cost more. This is 11. It would add 3 more points to that. See, nothing slotted. I got 60 points to work with. 60 points. There's no aura slots for weapons, only Warframes. Alright, that is alternate loadout B, which I have nothing. Okay, I want to go to A, which is what I currently have on it. I got all these mods in here. I got room to upgrade some of these to make it stronger eventually. Or I can swap stuff out if I want to. Okay, back to my hate, which I have 7 points. Usually the first thing I do on melee weapons is reach. So I can actually hit stuff I'm swinging at, and then I'll do pressure point, which increases its damage, fury to increase attack speed, so I can hit more often. So I can hit more with more things with this. I can whack them harder with this, and I can swat them faster with that. I got this for armor piercing damage, which I just put in there last time I went through the mods on this because I didn't have enough points for anything else, and it's only 3 points. Alright, so if I take that out, I got 10 points to work with. Usually what I'll do is I'll throw, next I'll throw like a something to increase critical damage, critical chance, or something with elemental damage. So I have enough to put North Wind, which does plus 50% freeze damage. I'll put that on there, apply, and if you notice, it'll put these little icicles and this little like frost effect on it. If I had fire on it, it'll have little flames. So let's go back to selecting this so he has it in his hand. And my scarf's all blowing all over the place here. Yeah, so I actually have this colored according to my Saren. So my colors match better there. So it's got the little ice bits on there. And the little smoke coming off of it. Here, I'll pull off, I'll put fire on there, and I think I have an electrical one somewhere. Yeah, that's electrical. So this is what it looks like with both fire and electric. It's got the little electric stuff coming off of it, and then it's also got the flames. So yeah, you can put more than one element on a weapon, and it'll just the little elemental effect on it. Okay, so I'm going to remove those, apply. And then also, you have what's called a conclave score, which is kind of like a gear score, and it basically takes your Warframe and then your weapons have a score, and the mods that you have on there all total up to get that number. So, like, So currently with this loadout, my Conclave is 952 with no mods on my hate. Melee weapon here, if I upgrade this to my A loadout, which actually has stuff on there, it goes up to 1003. And this little number here is how much of this item is contributing to that number. I don't know if you can see that, but it's 91 out of 1003 if I click on Sarin. What I have slotted on my Warframe, its rank, and the fact that it's and the stats that come across from the Sarin, that's 482 points of that 1003. My Soma 108, my Seer 93. So as you can see, the Warframe adds most of that value. And your little Sentinel and its weapon add to those values as well. My Sentinel's 140 of that number. Its weapon is 89 compared to the 482 out of my Warframe Sarin here. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for mods. Any questions, I guess, leave them in the comments. I'm going to try and get this on YouTube. Have a good one.